If you've ever looked at a soccer betting screen and felt completely lost, you're not alone. All those numbers, odds formats, and betting terms can feel like a different language at first. But once you understand the basics, it becomes surprisingly simple. And even more importantly, you'll start making smarter decisions instead of just guessing. So in this guide, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to bet on soccer matches and read odds easily, even if you're a complete beginner. Let's start with the foundation. Betting on soccer is essentially predicting what will happen in a match and placing money on that outcome. If your prediction is correct, you win money based on the odds. If you're wrong, you lose your stake. Simple concept, but the real skill comes from understanding what you're betting on and how odds work. The most common type of soccer bet is called the 1x2 bet. This is the easiest place to start. You're given three options. The number 1 represents the home team winning, the X represents a draw, and the number 2 represents the away team winning. So if Manchester United is playing Chelsea at Old Trafford, betting on 1 means you think Manchester United will win, X means you think it will end in a draw, and 2 means you believe Chelsea will win. That's it, no complications. Now let's talk about odds, because this is where most beginners get confused. Odds represent two things: the probability of an outcome and how much money you can win. There are three main formats you'll see: decimal odds, fractional odds, and American odds. But don't worry, you only need to master one to get started, and that's decimal odds, because they're the easiest to understand. Decimal odds are straightforward. If you see odds of 2.00, it means your money will double if you win. So if you bet $10, you'll get back $20 in total, which includes your original stake. If the odds are 1.50, a $10 bet returns $15. Lower odds mean the outcome is more likely, while higher odds mean it's less likely, but pays more. Let's break it down even more. Imagine a match where the home team has odds of 1.80, the draw is 3.50, and the away team is 4.20. This tells you the home team is the favourite because it has the lowest odds. The draw is less likely, and the away team is the underdog with the highest odds. So if you bet on the underdog and they win, you make more money, but the risk is higher. Once you understand that, you're already ahead of most beginners. Now let's look at another popular betting type, which is the over and under market. This is all about goals. The bookmaker sets a number, usually 2.5 goals, and you bet on whether the total goals in the match will be over or under that number. For example, if you bet over 2.5 goals, you win if the match ends 2-1, 3-0, 2-2, and so on. If you bet under 2.5, you win if the match ends 1-0, 1-1, or 0-0. You might be wondering why it's 2.5 instead of just 2 or 3. That's because it removes the possibility of a draw in that bet. There's no such thing as 2.5 goals in a real match, so the result will always be clearly over or under. Another simple but powerful bet is both teams to score. This is exactly what it sounds like. You're betting on whether both teams will score at least one goal. If you choose yes, both teams need to score for you to win. If one team fails to score, you lose. If you choose no, you win if at least one team keeps a clean sheet. Now let's talk about how to actually place a bet. First, you choose a reliable betting platform. Once you're signed up and logged in, you'll browse through matches, usually organised by leagues and competitions. When you click on a match, you'll see all the available betting options along with their odds. When you click on the odds you want, it gets added to your bet slip. This is like your shopping cart. Then you enter the amount you want to bet, and the platform will automatically calculate your potential winnings based on the odds. Before you confirm, always double check everything. Once you place the bet, it's locked in. Now here's something important that beginners often overlook. Betting is not just about picking who you think will win, it's about value. A good bet is not always the most likely outcome, but the one where the odds offer better value than the actual probability. That might sound complicated, but here's a simple way to think about it. If a team has a 50% chance of winning, their odds would be around 2.00. If the bookmaker is offering 2.50, that might be a value bet because the potential reward is higher than it should be. Of course, figuring out true probabilities takes experience, but even as a beginner, you can start by comparing teams, checking recent form, injuries, and head-to-head records. Let's also talk about bankroll management, because this is what separates smart bettors from reckless ones. Never bet money you can't afford to lose. Set a budget for yourself and stick to it. A common strategy is to only bet a small percentage of your total bankroll on each bet, usually between 1 to 5%. This way, even if you lose a few bets, you're still in the game. Another mistake beginners make is chasing losses. If you lose a bet, don't immediately place another one to try and win your money back. That's how people spiral into bigger losses. Stay disciplined. Now let's touch on live betting, also known as in-play betting. This allows you to place bets while the match is happening. The odds change in real time based on what's going on in the game. For example, if a team scores early, their odds will drop, and the other team's odds will increase. Live betting can be exciting, but it's also risky if you don't know what you're doing, so it's better to practice with pre-match bets first. You should also understand accumulators, sometimes called parlays. This is when you combine multiple bets into one. For example, you might pick 3 matches and bet on all of them to win. The odds multiply, so the potential payout is much higher. But here's the catch. Every single selection must win for you to get paid. If just one loses, the entire bet is lost. That's why accumulators are high risk, high reward. There are also things like handicaps, which level the playing field between two teams of different strengths. For example, if a strong team is given a -1 handicap, they need to win by at least 2 goals for your bet to win. If they only win by 1 goal, it's considered a loss, or sometimes a push depending on the exact handicap. As you get more comfortable, you'll start to notice patterns and develop your own strategies. Maybe you'll focus on leagues you understand well, or specific types of bets like over goals or both teams to score. The key is to stay consistent and keep learning. One last thing you need to understand is that bookmakers always have an edge. That's how they make money. So even if you become good at betting, there's no guaranteed profit. The goal is to make informed decisions, manage your risk, and enjoy the process responsibly. So to wrap it all up, betting on soccer isn't as complicated as it looks. Start with simple bets like 1x2. Learn how decimal odds work, explore markets like over and under or both teams to score, and always manage your bankroll wisely. Don't rush into complex strategies. Take your time, learn from each bet, and focus on making smarter decisions rather than chasing quick wins. If you stick with these basics, you'll go from being completely confused by odds to confidently understanding exactly what you're betting on and why. And that's when betting becomes not just exciting, but actually strategic.